Hi everyone, my name is Miriam. Welcome to my channel. I am an urban homesteader in Northern California, setting up my home and my urban homestead. So this video is actually a few weeks ago. I made one of my favorites. It's a freezer meal. I just made a bunch of orange blueberry pancakes, and unfortunately my mic wasn't working properly, and so the beginning was muted, and I figured I'd do a quick intro. Absolutely love making freezer breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I could eat breakfast all day long. And even though I love it, I don't always have time to do it, especially as I'm working, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So I find that making a big batch is a great way to do the work once and then be able to benefit and be rewarded from that work for at least 2 weeks or so. So come along with me, hope you enjoy, and please let me know if you tried this recipe. So now they say to make a well in the middle, and into the well to put the wet items. So we've got milk, egg, butter, and orange zest. Let's do the butter first. So it's 3 tablespoons of melted butter. So 6 is what I put in here. 1 egg, so I'm putting in 2 eggs. One and 2. And then the milk. So I have powdered milk from Thrive Life. I just put it in a different container. It's 3 tablespoons of powder for 1 cup of water. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna make 2 cups. Hopefully I have enough. 1. Ooh, I have just enough. Holla. Love when that works out. 3. So the Thrive Life cans, they come in like cans that you open up. And for the milk, because I know I'm going to use it over time, I just put it in a jar. So I'm going to add 2 cups of water to this. If you hear that popping, it really irritates me. So hopefully it's not irritating you all too much. All right, and let's carefully mix it around to dissolve. I could have done it buttermilk. If you all don't know, you can just add vinegar to your milk, let it sit a little bit, and it becomes buttermilk, which is a cool substitution, so you don't have to go out and buy buttermilk at the store. Because for me, I'm usually just doing it for one recipe. So the vinegar route really works, or if you have lemons, you can use lemons as well. All right, so it is 1 1/4 cup of milk. So that's really 2.5 cups since I'm doubling. So this is 2 cups, and I'm gonna actually use milk from the fridge for the other half. I didn't want to use all the milk because my mom uses it for her oatmeal. So I chose to use the powdered milk. All right, now we're going to do 1/2 cup of milk. All right, 1/2 cup. Now they tell you to put the blueberries in the batter. I'm not going to do that because I like just placing the blueberries into the pancakes themselves when they're cooking. It's supposed to be the zest of one orange. I did like one large orange and one medium orange because that's what I had in the house, and I couldn't find my zester for the life of me. So I peeled the zest off and then just chopped it as finely as possible. It's not going to be perfect. There are definitely some big pieces in here, but it'll do. All right. I assumed when it said blueberry, orange blueberry that they would want orange juice, but no, orange zest is what was asked for. So getting that in, give it all a mix. Am I the only one who like tries to get every single little bit out of a container? I kind of irritate myself, but sometimes I just can't help it. All right, that's good enough. There is no such thing as perfect, right? Good enough. All right. Hopefully I did not stain my mother's food processor with the orange. And now we mix. Let me just confirm that I put everything. Flour, baking powder, didn't put salt because I put salted butter, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, zest of one orange, and then a cup of blueberries. I've got a bowl of blueberries here. And now we just mix. So what I like to do is do a double batch, because then I leave some in the fridge for the week and then I put the rest in the freezer. So when I'm craving pancakes, I have them. Usually I do blueberry buttermilk pancakes, but since I've been on an orange kick, I looked up a recipe for orange blueberry. I guess I could have also made it orange blueberry buttermilk, but you know, too late now. All right, biggest thing with pancakes is do not overmix. So I think that is good. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. I'll clean up this area and then I'll bring the skillet over. So to be continued. I'll be right back. And let's get going. You may hear my handyman in the background. Not sure how much sound this picks up. All right, we've got 2, 3, I think I'm gonna do 4 for this batch. Oh, well, we'll see. I might be able to do 6. Yep, I'll be able to do 6. So what's great about this skillet is you could do so many at a time. I used to use a frying pan, and when I got this thing, it was the best thing ever. All right, so now is when I add the blueberries. Let me wipe this off. And I literally just scoop and put them in. Because then I can control where they go, how many are in each pancake. Whereas if I follow the recipe and actually put it in the batter, they tend to all go to the bottom. And then I'm like fishing for blueberries and trying to get the first pancakes to have enough. And the last pancakes usually have like an overwhelming amount. So I like this method. It might take a little longer, but it works for me. And what I like too is because the blueberries like aren't surrounded by batter, when you flip them over, they kind of get caramelized, which is really nice. Now it's supposed to be a cup of blueberries per batch. I didn't measure blueberries, I just put them in the bowl and washed them. So we'll see if I need to wash more or if I have extra. If I have extra, I'll eat them myself. All right, I feel like that's enough. I tap them in a little bit if they're too much on top, so they can kind of get nestled in the batter. All right, and then the waiting game begins. So I'm gonna put the butter up here and I'm going to sit down. It is 1:21. I'm supposed to be somewhere at 2 o'clock. I've got the cookie social. I don't know if my cookie video will go up before this one, but I made molasses cookies yesterday for this cookie social. It's from 2 to 4. It's 1:21 and obviously I'm not dressed to go to a cookie social. So I may be fashionably late. We'll see. But they look good. I'm excited. I'm thinking I'll have at least 24 pancakes by the end of this. I won't take you along for the entire ride. I may actually do half of it now, and then when I come back home, do the other half, depending on how long it takes. Because I don't want to be more than fashionably late, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Most of us have made pancakes before. If you've not, you want to wait until little bubbles start forming. So I've already see some bubbles starting. And once a couple of them start popping open, it's usually time to flip your pancakes around. So I see bubbles forming, small ones on all of them at this point. Gonna give it a little bit more. I usually like to have more than just a couple bubbles on them. And I also try to remember like what order I put them in. I started on this side and moved this way. This one just popped, because then I'll just start on the side, at the beginning side, and start flipping them over in order. All right. I don't know about you guys, but normally like the first batch, hit or miss. So we'll see. Sometimes I sneak a peek and I look underneath. It could do with a little bit more time. And I could probably also put it a little higher. Put it on 300. So this is a Presto brand electric skillet, and I got it for free. You should know by now, I like good deals. So my job went remote with COVID, and we had an office space with all sorts of furniture and equipment, and they basically said, anyone who's in the area, come on down, take whatever you want home. So this is one of the things I took, as well as a waffle maker that makes 4 waffles at a time. So this was definitely a blessing. A huge step up from my frying pan. Ah! Drats and double drats. I might have just, in a self-fulfilling prophecy, I said the first batch is usually hit or miss. And what do? I mess up the flip. That one's a little better. All right, so this one is definitely darker than this. I think this bottom side might run a little hotter. So, yeah. Yeah, this side runs hotter, the bottom of it. And then you just let it go. Smells really good. I used to press down on my pancakes and realize that that's like the opposite of what you want to do. You want it to be fluffy. So don't press down, even if you're tempted to do it. Just let it do its thing. I love the sound of the sizzle. That's the blueberries opening up and the juice sizzling on the skillet. One of my favorite things. So how about you all? Any favorite breakfast foods? I'm definitely a sweet person, so love the pancakes, love the waffles. I don't often make muffins, but I'll eat a good muffin. French toast, like I think pancakes, waffles, French toast are my absolute favorite. And then the savory, you know, the omelets, the quiches, etc. What about you guys? What do you enjoy making? And maybe this will motivate you to get your breakfast groove on and make some breakfast. Yep. They're looking good. Blueberries are popping. Yummo! I am going to flip them over one more time, and I'm going to bring the ones on the top to the bottom, because I do want them to be a little bit darker. I mean, these are quite fluffy. I think I might spread out the next batch of pancakes a little bit more. But let me bring you over. So this is what I mean. The blueberries totally open up and burst open, and they caramelize a little bit. So I really love it. And what I love about doing batch cooking is that you just do the work once. Yeah, I put in like almost probably an hour, because again, I work slow and I'm also tired. It's my theme this holiday season, I'm tired. So I was moving slowly today, just getting the ingredients together. But you do it one time, and then you've got multiple meals. So it's really, for me, it makes it worth it. If you just motivate yourself to get it done the one time, you're good for a couple of weeks, you know? Stealing a little bit. Oh my gosh, the orange. Wow. Wow. The orange is like next level. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. All right. We are done with these. Just gonna get a plate. Now I'm gonna I always share my deals. I got these years ago at the Dollar Tree of all places. From New York originally, and I was still paying for my apartment while I was selling it. So I was paying basically two homes, my apartment here in the city and mine in Brooklyn. And so I had to be really frugal. So the Dollar Tree was my friend, and I got these plates, saucers, and mugs at the Dollar Tree 7 years later. They're still good. So don't knock the Dollar Tree. So yeah, I'm going to have these plates, the plate here with the pancakes, and let's do one more batch, and then I'm actually going to call it, I think, because I need to get dressed. It's 1:30. I really need to leave here by like 2 o'clock, 2:05 to be fashionably late. So that's what I'm going to do. gonna do this batch and then call it a day. And I'll do the rest of it when I get back home. So altogether 16 blueberry orange pancakes. And I will show you the end result when I pack them up later. So here is the first 12. They smell delicious. Last 4 is going. Yeah, so I will see you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Hey all. So I came back from the cookie exchange. I now have 14 pancakes. I gave 2 to my handyman. So basically I've got parchment paper and I've got reusable plastic bag. It's 1.3 gallons. Got this from Acre Homestead. Becky uses these. So what I normally do is take 4 pancakes, lay them out, and then I fold right over. I now have blueberries on my fingers, but that's okay. 4 more. I'm sure there might be better ways to do this, but this is how I do it, and it works. And then I fold over again, and I put them in the Ziploc. And then on this side, I'm going to put 4 more blueberries down on the parchment paper so that I don't end up getting blueberry all over the bag. So right now, there we go. We've got 12 in here and 2 that I will have tomorrow for breakfast. So these go in the freezer. The 2 that I have left over will go in the fridge. I normally just put them in the microwave for a few minutes and heat them up. If they're frozen, I don't know if this is like best practices, just what I do. I take a moist paper towel, wrap them in there, and then microwave them so that they defrost and heat up and they're ready to go. Put a little bit of butter on them, put a little bit of syrup or maple syrup or honey, or you could do jam, whatever you want, and you've got a quick meal. So I hope you try it. Please let me know if you do, and if you've got any other ideas for me, would love to take your suggestions and do them together with you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.